inside one of the quietest chambers of Topkapı Palace, behind a glass case that never gathers dust. A single gem glows with a light that seems to breathe. Visitors who step into the room fall silent the moment light strikes its surface. The walls and ceiling seem to shimmer with tiny sparks of brilliance. It is beautiful and somehow unsettling. This gem is known as the Spoonmaker's diamond. A treasure, a legend, a mystery. It has watched centuries pass without moving an inch, and with every generation, its story has changed just a little. Some say it brings fortune, others whisper that it carries a curse. Yet all who study it ask the same question: where did it truly come from? According to legend, in the late 17th century, a poor man was wandering through the outskirts of Istanbul. The day was hot, the air heavy, and the city restless. He rummaged through heaps of rubbish, searching for anything that might feed him for a day. That's when he noticed something: a small dirty stone. It was covered in mud, dull and unremarkable, yet it reflected a faint glimmer of light from within. He picked it up, wiped it on his sleeve, but saw nothing special in it. Later that evening, he brought the stone to a local craftsman, who carved wooden spoons. The spoonmaker examined it for a moment, then laughed, and offered 3 wooden spoons in exchange. The man agreed, happy for the trade, and walked away without a second thought. He never knew he had just sold one of the world's greatest treasures. From that day forward, the gem would be known as the Spoonmaker's diamond. The spoonmaker, intrigued by his new possession, took the stone to a jeweler the next morning. The jeweler washed it carefully, polished its rough surface, and as he worked, a dazzling fire emerged from within. By the time he was done, he realized he was holding something extraordinary: an enormous 86-carat diamond of astonishing clarity. The light passing through it was so pure that it seemed to set the air ablaze. The jeweler's hands trembled. He locked the doors of his shop and stood there, unable to look away. Word spread quickly through the city: someone in Istanbul has found the heart of the sun. People whispered. Coffee houses buzzed with the story. Even the traders in the Grand Bazaar spoke of it. Before long, the news reached the palace. The Sultan ordered the diamond to be brought to the palace. Experts examined it, confirmed its purity, and it was placed in the royal treasury. Soon after, craftsmen mounted it with 49 smaller diamonds around its edge. It became the pride of the empire, a symbol of wealth, beauty, and power. But with its arrival came rumors. The stone is cursed, some whispered. The brighter it shines, the shorter its master's life. Within the palace, stories circulated. Some said whoever gazed too long into the diamond's depths would see visions of their own death. Others claimed to feel a chill whenever they entered the treasury. Was it imagination or something else entirely? No one knew, yet one thing was certain. The Spoonmaker's diamond had become the most prized gem in all of Ottoman history. Centuries later, historians tried to trace the diamond's origin. No document explained how it truly arrived in Istanbul. But some clues pointed far beyond the empire, to the fabled Golconda mines of India, the birthplace of the world's most legendary diamonds. Around the same period, the French traveller Jean-Baptiste Tavernier had visited India and brought several rare diamonds to Europe. One of them became famous as the Hope Diamond, but there were rumours that Tavernier had carried 2 stones, and that one disappeared mysteriously during his journey home. Some claimed the missing diamond was stolen by pirates and sold in the Ottoman markets. Others believed a merchant secretly smuggled it into Istanbul, where it somehow ended up in the hands of a poor man. No one could prove it, but the resemblance between the Spoonmaker's diamond and Tavernier's lost gem was uncanny. The cuts, the glow, even the legend of a curse, they were almost identical. Perhaps they were once part of the same stone, perhaps not. The diamond kept its silence. Time moved on. Empires rose and fell. Wars burned across continents. But the diamond remained, untouched. When Istanbul was occupied after World War I, foreign soldiers reportedly tried to steal it. Loyal palace guards hid the gem in secret, possibly smuggling it across the Bosphorus to a monastery or a vault known only to a few. When the war ended and the Republic of Turkey was born, the diamond was returned to Topkapı Palace. It was no longer the private treasure of a sultan, but the shared heritage of a nation. Even in peace, its legend continued to shimmer like a mirage. Those who saw it could never quite decide whether it was simply beautiful or something more. Today, in the cool silence of Topkapı's treasury, visitors still stop in front of the glass. The room is dimly lit, but the Spoonmaker's diamond shines on its own. It reflects not just the light around it, but the stories of all who have touched it. The poor man who found it in the dirt, the spoonmaker who traded it for 3 spoons, the sultan who made it his pride, and the nameless guards who once risked their lives to protect it. Every glimmer on its surface feels like a heartbeat from the past. It reminds us that history is not written in books alone, but sometimes sealed within a single, silent stone. Maybe the diamond truly is cursed. Maybe it's blessed. Or maybe it's just a mirror, showing each of us our own reflection in its light. What we do know is that its story began in the filth of a forgotten street and ended in the heart of an empire. That alone makes it more than a jewel. It is a piece of human destiny itself. Even now, centuries later, the Spoonmaker's diamond still glows with the same strange, living brilliance. It neither speaks nor fades. It simply watches. And perhaps, deep inside that light, the faint shadow of the poor man who first found it still lingers, forever caught in the heart of the diamond's eternal flame.